and we are presented by the Fanboys.
And he will be on shortly.
All right, guys. Hey, I come back pretty quick tonight.
It's a lot quicker when it's not four. It has to be four before he is
there you go.
out of commission.
Yep.
Come on.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, so when I have more on, I lag a little bit coming back. So again, I'm Brad with College SportsCast. My guys I have with me tonight, I have Jason Harrison. And I have John Roberts with me tonight. And we are here to do our Game Day Pick'ems Conference Tourney edition, and we'll probably throw in some series baseball for the weekend towards the end of the show and end of our picks. But we're here to do it's a conference tourneys are all going on. It's March Madness, big time of the year. And Jason is an ex-basketball player from Ole Miss. And John, he likes the baseball, so we're going to throw in some baseball at the end. And we will try to include everything that's going on in both worlds.
That's right.
So what? Yep. So basketball wise, what games? I know, John, you're watching the Auburn game.
I've got 4 going. So the looks like UNC Virginia went final. So 68-59 Virginia. There. I've got the Auburn Arkansas game going, and at a minute 45 that I can see, Jason's ahead of me. It's 72-69 Arkansas. So I've got the Oklahoma State and Texas game. Texas is up 10-54-44. And I had another one going, and it looks like I think the event ended. So I need to put that one. I need to go change it. But yeah.
It looks like we lost Jason for a second.
That's unfortunate here. He was sitting in front of that sunny porch.
Yeah. He'll be back, I'm sure.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah, he'll try to come back.
Yeah.
But it does look like we lost Jason for a few minutes. But anyways, we are excited to have you guys on with us. And again, we are College SportsCast. And so at the bottom of the screen there, I've got it up. So last week I done some picks on the conference tourneys, and I kind of want to do an update on those. I've been doing pretty good so far. So as of yesterday, there was 14 conference tourneys that had ended. I did not pick one of those because when I picked, we already knew who the not just the conference tourneys, but the automatic bid was going to be. It was going to be Fairleigh Dickinson because
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You picked a game in which the one half of the championship participants was ineligible for the conference tournament or for the NCAA because they were brand new to D1, right?
Yeah, they were in the transition period going from D1, moving up to D1, so they were ineligible. So we already knew Fairleigh Dickinson was going to get the conference bid, but before that, there was 10 of 13. There was 13 conference tournaments, and I have successfully picked 10 of those 13 so far. I had missed Liberty, who got beat by 1 at the end. I missed OVC, and I missed Morehead State in the OVC. And I missed the Horizon. Those are the 3 that I had missed that finished up yesterday. And just kind of giving y'all an update on some of the picks. I went 10 for 13 on those. So that's where we'll start. Again, we got an update on games today. You said North Carolina had gotten beat by Virginia, right?
Correct.
Is the Arkansas-Auburn game over?
It's 11.9 that I see. I'm certain that it's over. Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's 11.9.
11.9, 2-point game.
Yep.
75.
Oh, it's just a 2-point game?
It's a 2-point game right now.
Yeah,
it's 11.9 seconds.
He got one more free throw. I'm a little ahead of you. He got one more free throw.
They're in the timeout before the final free throw. So
and I'm over here just my head is down. Willie Green just drove. I don't know why he just didn't kick it to Flanagan on the left wing.
Wendell Green. Yeah, because he plays hero ball. Remember, it's the decisions at the end of the game by Wendell Green.
Hey man,
there you go. Could have easily have kicked it out, but didn't.
Jason's our point guard, so he knows.
Man, I mean, listen. It just doesn't have to be a point guard. If you know anything about the game.
I know. I'm just messing with you, man. You're our point guard.
Yeah, but he's just explaining to everybody.
Yeah, I'm just talking about everybody. Anybody knows like bigs can't throw the ball to themselves. We all know that. You want bigs to be bigs. Shooters can't pass the ball to themselves. Yep. So good guards, man. The art of the pass. I might. Just
if you are playing the point, you've got to be a distributor.
Man, distributor, man.
What has happened to Xavier? Are they going to get beat by DePaul of all teams?
Man,
in the Big East.
Hey, March Madness, and in the words of my guy, chaos madness. That's when I'm going to start saying chaos madness. Because it will be a lot of chaos in that.
That's where madness came from, right?
True statement.
I'm an agent of chaos.
Yeah. Yes, we know that.
Yes. Well, it was 11.9. They just put some more seconds on the clock. 12.6.
Yep, I see that now.
They need a 3.
Are they down 3 or 2?
Down 3 now.
Oh yeah, he must have hit the free throw that I haven't seen him hit yet.
Hey, let me be a little bit delayed, like Brad.
He has now hit the free throw. He's now hit the free throw, so now they gotta throw it in. So, but yeah, wow, okay.
See, I'm gonna be quiet. Tell me when you get to your time. Tell me when it stops on your end.
You'll see my reaction.
Yeah, I'm about to see. Watch his reaction.
So the reaction is that there was a foul.
Yeah,
and that
so instead of giving them a chance to hit a 3,
he was driving the lane, so they fouled him before he took the shot.
They did not foul him. Bruce Pearl called a timeout.
Oh, okay. It just
So my reaction was like, why is he doing all this dribbling?
Wait, at what point did he call the timeout? Is it at 3? Is it at 3.5?
Yeah, he's at 3.5. Yeah. That's when he called timeout. He should have called timeout a long time ago. That's the only thing I can say about Bruce Pearl. He keeps his timeouts in his pocket. When we coach, we did not want to go home without timeouts.
Right.
Yeah, John Calipari keeps some timeouts in his pocket too most of the time.
Well, they got all these media timeouts, so they try to get to under the under 16. Wow, 3 ball. That's an air ball. My golly.
So air ball the inbound. Awesome. There you go.
Yeah.
And there's he didn't air ball, but he hit the rim. But
my thing again, why are you drawing this up for Mr. Green? Al Flanagan had just hit a shot.
That I can't tell you. I don't know.
A fadeaway three, man. A fadeaway three from the smallest player on the team.
Right. So 3.7, we throw it into the middle for whatever, and then we throw it to the one tiny guy that, I mean, honestly, you have.
Great play. It's a great
Is
play.
that
That was a great play call, man.
Okay, never mind. That's not who I thought it was at the top.
All right, guys, we're going to start and get to our picks, and then we'll do some updates towards the end on how some of these games are going.
Yeah.
But we're going to start out with the American East Conference. The final is already set in this one, and it is played on Saturday. The first 12 or so are all Saturday finals. It is Vermont versus UMass Lowell is who is playing in the finals. Vermont was the number one seed. I'm going to go with Vermont in this game. I don't know if you two have studied any of this stuff, but I'm going to go with Vermont in this game to be the conference winner and to get that automatic bid in the American East.
You can't go wrong with the number one seed now, Mr. Brad. You know the number one seeds in these small conferences.
Well, UMass Lowell was the number two seed, so it is number one versus number two.
Yeah, that's what I said. You can't go wrong without them.
Yeah.
So you said when is that supposed to be played? That's supposed to be played.
It's Saturday, the final Saturday. These are all the first 12 or so. I'll tell you when we get to the Sunday game, the finals.
Okay. I think I'm gonna ride your coattail on that one. I'm gonna go with Vermont.
Vermont's been a tournament team kind of consistently over the years. It seems like. So I'm going to ride with Vermont on this, and they're the number one seed.
Gotcha.
All right. So the next one we're going to go to is the.
I don't get to pick. I don't get to pick. Go
ahead. Yeah.
Come on.
You was just sitting. Go ahead.
Okay.
There's only two teams to pick from in this.
I'm going UMass Lowell because I'm going for the opposite of what you're doing.
Of what I'm doing.
And the quote unquote upset because it is the number two instead of the number one seed.
Right. I got you. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go to the MEAC.
MEAC.
The MEAC. That is the next one that is played on Saturday. Okay. I think these are in time order as well. So just so you guys know. So the next one is the MEAC.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with North Carolina Central, University of North Carolina Central. They are the number 2 seed in the conference tournament. Howard is the number 1 seed. And there are still, I think we're in like the quarterfinals rounds of this one. There's still a few teams.
There's a few other teams in there?
Yeah.
Which
it's
ones?
Not just hang on just a minute. I'm trying to get the pull up for you guys. Yeah, we're in the quarterfinal rounds.
All the
you got Howard, you got Maryland, Eastern Shore, North Carolina Central.
You got Yale, Cornell. No, that's the semifinal.
That's the Ivy.
That's an Ivy League there. That's a different league here.
Yeah, we're in the MEAC.
The MEAC.
Yep.
That's the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. No. No, I told you wrong. That is the
semifinals.
Mid-Eastern.
Yeah, that's the semifinals.
We're in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference.
So, Maryland Eastern Shore plays Howard and North Carolina Central.
Yeah, North Carolina Central. I'm picking North Carolina Central, the 2 seed. in
Coach
this one.
LaBelle. That's Coach LaBelle's team. Yeah, he does a great job with those guys. Does a great job with those guys.
Who you guys got?
I'm gonna go with North Carolina Central as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Howard because I have.
Howard is the number 1 seed.
I'm going Howard because I've got some friends
Mm.
that are Howard. So that's where I'm going.
Not a bad pick. Not a bad
There
pick.
you go.
Not
Yeah.
a bad
All right. The next conference we're going to go to is the SWAC.
Ooh,
pick. Swag.
got a,
I just
got a
seen
few
them.
Bama
Yep.
teams in here.
It's played on Saturday, the SWAC conference. And we're in the quarterfinal rounds on it as well. Jackson State is still in it.
Oh yeah, I saw their butts earlier. So this thing's being played here in Birmingham.
The number 1 seed has already been bounced.
To
That
my
was
Alcorn. Who they get beat? They got beat by Southern.
Alcorn got beat yesterday. The number 1 seed has already been bounced in this one.
They got beat by Texas Southern, I think.
Yep, I think so. Yep. And I'm going to go with Grambling to win the SWAC.
That's the good pick. Good.
So you got Texas Southern that's still in it. You got Grambling. You got Jackson State.
Jackson State that's still in it.
Who's the 14?
Southern. I think Southern is still in it.
Okay, establish that.
I keep hitting the wrong button, so I had it pulled up and then
It's the SWAC.
yeah. It's the SWAC.
Hey, shouts out to my guy Mo Williams. Mo Williams is doing an incredible job this year at Jackson State. Former Mr. Basketball, Jackson native. Man, doing
So
great
you
job.
got Grambling, Texas Southern, Jackson State, Southern, and I'm trying to figure out who this other Alabama A&M are still in it. They play later tonight.
Okay.
Alabama A&M and Southern play later tonight.
At 8:30,
So there'll be four after that game.
So
left.
yeah. I'm gonna say
I'm going Gramblings where I'm going.
ooh. I mean, listen. I'm just gonna go Jackson State because of the affiliation.
Yep.
I know those guys.
It is Mississippi.
Hey, I'm gonna go with them. Affiliation, been around. So
Right. I got you.
Tough game they played tonight. I just seen they won 62-60. I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
And,
They did.
Yeah. So
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with you.
That's a good pick.
Hey, can I throw a sidebar in real quick? I told you Mississippi State was gonna win. I was wrong on my Ole Miss pick, but I told you Mississippi State was gonna.
Well, they barely did.
Barely did. I'm gonna leave that right there.
John, who are you going to take in the SWAC?
Going to go with Alabama A&M.
I wonder
All
why.
right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, our next conference we're going to go with is the Big 12. So this is a pretty big one. Now, I will tell you this. So Bill Self is not at the conference tournament this weekend. He had heart issues. He was in the hospital last night, and he is missing the Big 12 conference tournament. So I don't know if that's going to adjust your thought pattern on Kansas and the Big 12, but I did want to throw that out there. I think there's 3 teams in the Big 12 that could win it. If you ask me, I think Kansas could win it. I think Texas could win it, and I think Kansas State can win it. There are some others that could come up through there and win the Big 12. But I think I'm going to go with Texas, especially after I heard the Bill Self news today. I was kind of leaning Kansas, but I think I'm going to go Texas in the Big 12 for the tournament.
Uh, I'm gonna go Kansas, man. Until Kansas loses, I don't think just because BS7 not there. I think those guys are well coached. I think they battle tested. Big 12. I think they're the best team left. Texas now. You're not wrong for picking Texas. I can just say that. You're not
Yeah.
wrong for picking Texas. Texas is a really good team.
I mean, they just beat them the other night, and I don't know if they can beat them again or not. I don't know. I'm just going to pick. I'm trying not to pick all number ones here, so I'm picking Texas.
I can understand that. Sometimes it is a KU invitational. You know, last year it was, but I mean, this is New Year. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to end up picking Kansas as well.
All right, John, Big 12. Hook 'em horns. All right,
Going Texas.
He's going Texas too.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including the failures and the successes.
Right.
Well, let me ask you this: Iowa State plays Kansas, right?
Next, they're just in the quarterfinal round. So yeah.
So we're picking to see who's going to win the Big 12.
We're picking the winner of the conference tournament.
Winner of the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, hey. Yeah. We're just skipping a whole semifinal. We're Vegas right now.
We're
Vegas right now.
Yeah.
Texas is winning right now, so they're fine.
Yeah.
Our next one is Mountain West. We're going to the Mountain West Conference. Nevada lost today. San Diego State barely survived today. You got Utah State that's still in it. New Mexico plays later tonight and plays. I'm trying to think who they play now. I lost it.
Man, Nevada was on the bubble. The last
they were, and they got beat today.
I'm looking at it right now. It's going to come up. They got beat by San Jose State.
Yep, they sure did by 3 or 4 or something like that.
81-77. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, that New Mexico State.
So Nevada's got knocked out. Like I said, New Mexico plays later tonight. Utah. Oh, they play. New Mexico plays Utah State. That's who they play.
Yeah, they
later
play,
tonight.
Yeah. San Diego
State. Boise is still in it. Boise State is in it, and San Diego State is in it still. And there's a couple of other teams that they're playing, but San Diego State barely survived and won, so their game's done today.
Yeah, Colorado State held on by 3.
Yeah.
I still think this is San Diego State to lose, so I'm gonna roll with San Diego State.
All right.
I am going New Mexico.
New Mexico would be a great pick. Early in the season, that's who I wanted to pick was New Mexico. I thought they were rolling until House got hurt.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that works out now.
He's back. So, they do play the number 2 team that's like 24-7, Utah State tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to pick New Mexico because I really want to see New Mexico get in. They have Jamal Mashburn Jr. and Mash was one of my favorite players growing up.
The Monster Mash,
Monster Mash. Mash was one of my favorite. Was one of my favorite players growing up, man. I mean, he could play now, and they got his son Jamal Mashburn Jr. on New Mexico. He's not 6'8". He's like 6'2" or 3. Gotcha. He's not 6'8", 240. So he's a little different player than Monster Mash, but he's a good player.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to pick New Mexico, but San Diego State is really, it's hard. It's hard not to. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay off of both of those, and I'm I'm gonna pick who they play tonight. I think I'm gonna pick Utah State win the Missouri Valley. I mean the Mountain
Aggies.
West. The Aggies. I think I'm gonna pick Utah State. They were the number 2 seed.
Hey, listen, if Utah State end up winning, Brad, me and you are going to Vegas. And we're gonna make a parlay bet somewhere, man.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. And like I said, I can go on record being quoted. Me and Brad will be in Vegas.
All right.
Utah State. Pulls
So we're gonna. All right, man. We can do that. Vegas is fun, man.
No doubt.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move on to the Big East, guys. We're gonna go to the Big East. UConn won today and beat Providence earlier. Xavier came back from like 15 down to DePaul and won just a little bit ago. Marquette survived in overtime by 2. So, and
Hey,
Creighton,
shouts out to Coach Mike Anderson. You know, did a great job. Man, he kept that team together all year. They fought. They had a lot of ups and downs. Almost pulled off the shocker of the day. Should have won. But yeah, man, Marquette just finds ways.
Yeah.
Winners find ways to win. That's what I was told.
I mean, they barely survived by 2 in overtime today against St. John. So, yeah. And then tonight you got Villanova and Creighton that are playing. So there's still 5 teams remaining in the Big East to choose from. So here you go, Jason. You've been touting Creighton all year. Are you going Creighton?
Man, listen. You know it. I'm going with Creighton. Creighton is a team that think about it. Creighton was a team that was picked for the Final Four this year.
They were they were number 10 in the preseason AP poll.
Yeah. So listen, chaos, madness, March is among us, and I think Creighton could make.
Villanova's been playing well. It's going to be a tough game tonight.
But Villanova, I think their record is so horrible. No,
it is. But they've come on and played well the last 5-6 games.
You take that back. You said tonight. So yes, tonight all you need is one game.
Yep.
And you never know. You can catch lightning in a bottle. So
you going Creighton to pick to win the Big East?
I'm gonna go Creighton. Okay. Even though Marquette has been playing well, I'm gonna go Creighton. And on another note, with the Big East, you know, Georgetown has parted ways.
Let go with Patrick Ewing today.
They did. It's about to be a Black Monday coming up. It's starting a little bit early, but a lot of schools. And then Chris Beard might be the next coach at Ole Miss. Who knows?
I know. That's what I've heard it for 2 days now.
Yeah. So hey, my sources are telling me, you know, we could have
that it's close.
That it's close. So who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. So John, who you taking in the Big East?
UConn.
I think. By looking at it, I think that's who I'm going with, John, too, is UConn. I think I'm going to take the UConn in the Big East. I really like Marquette and I like Creighton, both. But I just have a feeling that UConn's going to win the Big East tournament. So that's where I'm going to go with that. The next one we're going to go to is the Mid-American Conference.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Now, this one, there are 2 teams in this conference that are kind of, I would say, kind of head and shoulders above the rest, in my opinion. You got Toledo is the number 1 seed, and the number 2 seed is Kent State. They are both really good teams. Mid-major teams. They're both 26-6. That's their overall records. Ball State is in this one. I'm trying to think if there's any more. I think there's a couple of other teams that's still in it, but I think it's going to come down to Toledo or Kent State. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually go with Kent State in this. Kent State beat Toledo in about mid-January by 12 points. Kent State has before pre-conference, before the non-conference part of the schedule, they played Houston, College of Charleston, and Gonzaga. They lost all 3 games, but they only lost all 3 games by 7 points or less. And that's Gonzaga, Houston, and College of Charleston. And so I think they're a little more tested. And Kent State's got some good shooters and good players, and I think Toledo's got a good chance. Though I'm not going to say they don't, but I'm going to go with Kent State in this one as the winner.
Ooh. Man. Toledo and Kent State. Where's my quarter? I'm about to flip a quarter to see heads Kent State, tails Toledo.
So Ohio is still in it,
and Akron.
And Akron are still in it. That's your 4 teams.
How many teams are not from the state of Ohio? And why do they not just call it the Mid-Ohio? The Ohio Conference.
Akron and Ohio are the other 2 teams that's still left.
Yes.
I'm going to go Toledo. I'm going to go Toledo with this one. I'm going to go with Toledo.
Okay.
I'm going to go Toledo.
Yeah.
They're both good choices. And like I said, Toledo is the number 1 seed and Kent State's number 2, but Kent State actually beat them the one time they played.
Mm-hmm.
You said you're going Toledo? Sorry, I was
Yeah.
okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
he's
was like,
going
I thought
Toledo.
you were. Yeah. My bad. Yeah, I'm going Kent State. That's where I'm
Okay.
going. Yeah.
All right. Now, the next one is the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. And I'm just going to be straight with you. I think it's a 1-team conference. I just don't see Rick Pitino and Iona beat in this conference. I'm going Iona and Rick Pitino in this conference. I just don't see anybody beating Pitino.
I agree. Rick Pitino. It's the Rick Pitino Invitational. I think this is Rick Pitino's last year.
In a mid-major conference.
Yeah, in a mid-major conference. I think Rick Pitino might. Yeah, I think his phone might start ringing.
You know what I heard today? I heard there's a chance that he might end up at Texas Tech.
Ooh.
That's what I heard.
Oh yes.
That's what I heard today.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad look.
That's what I heard today.
Ooh, that is not a bad look.
Yep. That's what I heard today. I'm telling you. I hear there's a chance that Texas Tech is going to be called or already called, to be honest. Yeah.
That agent phone is ringing right now. I can imagine so.
So I'm going Rick Pitino in this one. Iona. Are y'all with me? Jason's with me. Are you with me
Iona Penn
on this one? Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. That one's about the easiest one. but we'll see. Watch. They'll be the one that gets beat.
They get beat tonight.
because I said that. Yeah.
Yeah, you said.
All
it.
right. Yeah. So our next conference is the ACC. We all know the ACC. I'm going to be straight up. I'm doing this one pretty quick. I know Virginia beat North Carolina today, and Virginia looked halfway decent today, but they have had some trouble over the last 2 or 3 weeks. And in my opinion, over the last month, Duke has looked the best, and I'm picking Duke to win the ACC. And today they run roughshod over Pittsburgh. I mean, was up 30 most of the game, won by like 26 or 27, something like that. And I just feel like Duke is the head and shoulders above everybody else in the ACC right now. Miami struggled, 2-point win yesterday. I just don't see it.
Man, the ACC, man, is so you picking Duke to win it?
I'm
ACC?
picking Duke to win the ACC tournament.
That is not a bad pick, Mr. Brand. That's not a bad pick, but you hear me? Yeah, you saw
You try to go different. It's what you're doing.
Yeah. But I will say this: Miami and Virginia.
They might have something to say about it.
If I do remember, Miami made the Duke Blue Devils look very, very young when they came to Miami.
Early in the season.
I mean, I understand. I understand. But I think Duke is playing better, and I can agree. But I just can't go against Coach Bennett. I think Virginia well coached, and I'm gonna leave it at that because last time I went on and ran about a well coached team, and I just love it. It was Iowa State against Missouri, and so I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna go with Virginia.
Okay, that's a good pick. I can't say anything bad about that pick. John's gonna pick like Clemson or somebody.
Wow.
Clemson's about to lose tonight.
Wow.
Well, that'd be chaos. NC State. That would be chaos, see?
It would be chaos.
Yeah.
And while I'm an agent of chaos, I haven't begun to start the chaos. I'm going to go Duke.
You going Duke? That's a good pick because that's what I picked. But Virginia's a good one too. I have to say,
Virginia double dribbled, so let's go Duke.
All right.
Right.
So then, John, we're going to get to the Conference USA. And
What?
Conference USA is next. There are some quality teams in the Conference USA that people don't talk about enough. FAU is in there, the number one overall team, who more than likely will get in the dance even if they don't win the tournament. They will get an at-large, more than likely, okay? North Texas is close enough to at least be on the bubble without winning the conference tournament, okay?
Right.
Then you have UAB in there. You have Tulane in there. You have Cincinnati in there. There is several teams in Conference USA, and I've been going 1 or 2 pretty much all through here, except for Duke. Duke's not 1 or 2 in the ACC, but I've been going 1 or 2 through here. And I'm going to give you a little special, and John, you're going to like this one. So I'm going to give you a little special on this one. I'm going to do a bid stealer, okay, on this conference. I'm going UAB, Adam Kennedy, and Jelly Walker.
Andy Kennedy. Come on, let's get it right.
Adam.
You did.
Andy Kennedy. I did mess it up. I always want to call him that for some reason. Andy
Just remember
Kennedy.
to look at the bottom of your shoe. It says Andy. Andy Kennedy.
Yeah.
It's a Toy Story reference.
Andy Kennedy and Jelly Walker, UAB, to win this tournament. I think they've been playing really well since he came back. They beat North Texas not too long ago. And it's going to be a tough one against FAU. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a tough game. And FAU, if it comes down to that, might be able to knock them off. But I got to go at least one bid stealer out of all these conferences, and UAB is my choice.
Well. I cannot, and I repeat, I cannot be mad at that pick. One of the best scorers in the country, one of the best coaches that a guard would want to play for, and Coach Andy Kennedy, because he loves
Chris, what's up, Spear Addicts?
He loves for his guards to shoot all the ball. I just think Florida Atlantic is one of those teams that they're destined to win. I think this would be. I don't know if Coach Dusty ends up leaving. I know his name was in the calling for Ole Miss.
Ole Miss,
well. Yeah, with his ties to Florida. UAB could be something. UAB could be something. But I'm just gonna say that this is a chance for Florida Atlantic to get it done. That's all I'm gonna say. Florida Atlantic.
Right.
North Texas.
They're number one in
North Texas, but yeah.
North Texas has got a good one too.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm gonna go with Florida Atlantic on this.
All right.
I know who John's gonna go with.
John's in Birmingham, so
it's not even a question.
That's why I said he's gonna like this one.
Yeah, it's not even a question.
Yeah.
Go Blazers.
All right. I mean, he's in Birmingham, so that's the reason why I said he's.
My wife's an alum.
Right. I got you.
Don't want to have the house divided. Great choice.
Don't sleep on North Texas. They could win this thing too in the Conference USA.
They're kicking. Who are they playing right now? Whoever I can't see.
They just started.
Yeah,
but they're up.
Rice.
They're up by. Huh?
It's Rice. They're playing against
That's
Rice.
not Rice. That's not Rice.
UAB?
No, UAB plays Rice. He's talking about North Texas.
North Texas.
I'm sorry. North Texas is playing Louisiana Tech. I'm sorry.
Louisiana Tech.
Okay, gotcha. And they're kicking the tail right now.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
I'm just saying, there's some
16.
good teams in this conference. There really is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I'm going to say, out of those teams, if they don't make it, they will be in the NIT.
Oh, yeah. They will too. All three of those teams, if they don't make the dance, they'll be in the NIT. Absolutely. Correct. Yeah. So the next conference going to go to is the Big West. We're going to pick the Big West Conference. And there is some really close caliber teams in the Big West. I'm going to pick UC Santa Barbara is who I'm going to pick. But UC Irvine is right there, and they could win it. There is Cal State Fullerton is still in it. And then you also have trying to think of the other one. Oh, Riverside.
UC Riverside.
UC Riverside.
I'm gonna go UC Irvine. I like them. They actually beat my former coach's team, the Cal State.
Yeah, they did win a game in non-conference. I remember they beat somebody early on.
Yeah, man. I just think that they have a chance to really, really, really pull that conference out. But man, it's gonna be it's gonna be tough, man. These last couple of days of the season for some people, it's gonna be real tough, man. It's gonna be real tough.
Cal State Fullerton beat Hawaii today. Hawaii was like 22-10 or something like that. So I mean, this is a pretty evenly there's like 4 or 5 teams from like 24 to 20 wins overall.
I love this conference for baseball. It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
They're all really good. They're all really
It
good
is.
at baseball.
It is.
UC
It really is a good
Irvine's good at
baseball.
baseball. Santa Barbara's good
Yep.
at baseball. Cal State Fullerton's good at baseball.
Yeah. Riverside. Yeah.
Riverside.
Yeah.
Is Long Beach in this one?
Yes.
The dirt bags.
Yep. Yep. Long Beach is in this one. Yep.
The dirt bags.
Cal
they're
State
good
Bakerfield.
Yeah.
Cal Poly.
Oh yeah, Cal Poly.
Yeah.
Little engineering school right there.
Yeah.
I'm going UC Irvine on this one.
Okay.
But yeah,
So y'all went Irvine and I went Santa Barbara.
there you go. I did
All
know
right.
somebody that went to Santa Barbara, but
All right. So then we're going to move to the Pac-12. And, the Pac-12 is another power conference. I have went back and forth between UCLA and Arizona all day long. UCLA didn't look good today. They finally pulled it out late. They are playing without one of their guards, Clark, in this tournament for UCLA.
Huge blow.
And
Huge
it is
blow.
a huge blow. It is a huge blow. They're playing without one of their main guards, Clark, in this tournament. And because of that, I was going to go with UCLA in this tournament, but I think I'm going to go with Arizona because of the loss to UCLA's guards. And I probably shouldn't let that affect me. Maybe UCLA will overcome it. I don't know.
That could be a major blow. I think Arizona might be able to capitalize on that. But I still like UCLA as well. I would hate to bet against Arizona, but I'm gonna roll with UCLA. I think they're a veteran-laden team. They can overcome.
They are.
I think they're gonna pull together, and now they have a purpose. Because losing a quality player like that, the defensive player of the year, that's a huge blow. So I think they're gonna band together. And coach, is it McCormack? I keep forgetting his name, coach, because he used to be at Cincinnati. I know exactly. I can't say his name, but the coach does a phenomenal job at UCLA. They play hard. They play
Cronin.
well.
Cronin is at UCLA.
I was gonna say Cronin, but I knew that wasn't right.
Cronin.
Cronin. Yeah. Coach Cronin does a great job of just putting them together.
Yeah.
well, I'm going to go with UCLA as well.
Okay.
Going with UCLA.
And I was going to go UCLA, but I'm changing it because of the injury. So we'll see.
I am not changing it because of the injury. I'm staying the course. UCLA.
All right. So our next conference, and this is the last conference on Saturday, is the WAC.
Is it wacky?
So, in my opinion, this conference comes down to two teams. You got Sam Houston and you got Utah Valley. And they are both really good teams. I'm going Sam Houston. And the reason why I'm going Sam Houston, and I'll tell you my reasoning on this, Sam Houston in non-conference, first game of the season, they beat Oklahoma. They beat Utah. They beat New Mexico State. And they lost by like 7 or something to Nevada. But they beat 3 teams, power conference team, well, 2 power conference teams. One of them was New Mexico State. Mm-hmm. All right. And then in January, they trounced Utah Valley in Utah Valley by 25. But now, both of these teams are like 25-5 or 25-6 or something, and they're like tied in their conference. Utah Valley is actually number 1, I think.
Utah Valley, I think they are because they're playing Tarleton State right now.
Yep. I think they're the number 1 somehow. They got 1 game up, even though Sam Houston beat them. But I'm going Sam Houston. That's where I'm going in the WAC.
So Sam Houston plays Grand Canyon.
Ooh, Grand Canyon's a great baseball school.
I
like that.
Southern Utah, Utah Tech. Wow. And then how many
Grand
teams
Canyon
in Utah?
actually.
How many teams in Utah? You got Utah Valley, Utah Tech, and Southern Utah.
Grand Canyon actually won a
Mormon than you can think.
More than you think.
No, Mormon than you can think.
Mormon than you can think.
There you go. Come on. You gotta keep up.
That went right over my head. That went right over my head. That went right over my head.
Keep up with me. Come on.
Yeah, that went right over my head. No, I like Utah Valley, man. I like Utah Valley. I think Utah Valley might pull it out.
Remember the Alamo. Sam Houston.
All right. That's a good one. Ivy League is the next one. Now we can look at that Yale and Princeton that you were looking at, Jason. I'm going to go Yale. That's where I'm going to Ivy. So I think it probably comes down to Yale, Princeton, Cornell. I think is still in it.
Big Red.
Penn and Penn. I think those are the 4 teams I believe that's still in it.
Princeton run that lovely offense.
Yeah. They
pass
probably still
times
do.
and then
backdoor everybody. Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
The most unathletic offense you can ever run.
Yeah, and they backdoor. I'm telling you, they run high screens and backdoor everybody.
Man. So you gonna go with Yale?
I'm going Yale.
I'm gonna go with Yale too. I'm just gonna go with Yale.
Yeah, that's Yale plays Cornell, and Penn and Princeton play each other in the semifinal.
I'm going with the team that Yale plays in the semifinal, Cornell.
Okay. All right. So we'll know that on Saturday because these games are played Sunday now. I'm starting with Ivy. There's 5 conference tournaments on Sunday. Ivy's the first one. The next one we're going to is the Atlantic 10. I think the Atlantic 10, the A10 is VCU's to lose. I'm going VCU in this one.
You going with the Commonwealth as well?
I think it's theirs to lose. I mean, is there a team or two that might get them? I mean, yeah, I think it's theirs to lose.
You got Dayton and St. Louis right here now.
St. Louis is not a slouch.
They almost won by 30.
And they have one of my favorite players coaching them. Travis Ford is their coach.
Travis Ford of Kentucky, 1992.
Yep. Yeah, Travis Ford is their coach.
Coached by good old Rick Pitino.
Yep.
Hey, now don't forget Coach Grant at Dayton.
Yeah, Coach Grant is at Dayton. Yep.
He's on that. He's on.
I'm just telling you.
He's on that tree.
I'm taking VCU.
Billy Donovan.
So.
Hey, Billy D.
I got you. And Travis Ford is Patino, who was under
Grant
Billy
used
Donovan.
To be
Billy Donovan was under him. So yeah.
And in Alabama.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
So there's some good coaches in the
A10,
but I still think it's VCU's to lose. So I'm going VCU.
I'm gonna go Dayton.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to go against all of y'all. St. Louis.
All right. So hey, I'd like to see Travis Ford get them in there.
We covering everything.
Yep.
We're covering everything.
Somebody's going to be right.
Exactly.
Probably, yeah.
Somebody's gonna
Yeah.
be right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All
One of
right,
us is right.
SEC guys, we're finally to the SEC. This is our league here. So, this one's a tough one for me. I want to. My brain says I should go with Alabama to win this thing. I still think that Texas A&M is going to have a say-so in this, and I'm not. If you're going to pick a dark horse, I think Arkansas is not a bad dark horse to pick. And if Mason Wallace plays and is healthy, I think Kentucky could make a run.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Tennessee looked good today,
They look pretty good.
but they were playing Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So
Just remember who the coach is. Just remember what his teams. Just remember what that man's teams
here.
What that man's teams does in the
He
postseason.
won the conference tournament last year, though. He did do that. The conference tournament.
And then what happened? And then what happened?
And then he lost like first or second round.
Yeah,
second round, I think, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
It's Texas A&M breakout tournament. I've been saying Texas. Now I like Alabama. Don't get me wrong. I like Alabama. They got star power.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be ready to play. But I just think Texas A&M, they're gonna still feel like they were left out last year after they
last year.
last year.
Yeah.
And so I think they're gonna be pumped and stoked. So I'm going with Texas A&M.
That's a good pick. John?
Are you gonna yell? You gonna be one of them yell leaders? Says all the weird jokes.
No, I'm not going to be one of them. I can tell you that.
You're not going to be one of those. I went and saw them when they came and played Alabama. I watched it. That was some weird stuff.
Yeah,
they couldn't even get their jokes right. Like the guy forgot the joke in the middle of the joke. Trying to tell the story and completely forgot it. And just was like, and I was like, okay. I'm impartial to either one of them. Don't really care. So Texas A&M was one that I was really leaning heavy on early, but before the tournament started. I really like Texas A&M. I think they've been coming on strong late in the season. If you want to pick a dark horse, you want to pick one that nobody's talking about, you should go Mizzou. But
this is true. This is true. You're right about that.
I mean, they're quietly number 4 seed.
The number 4 seed, yeah.
That's very quiet number 4 seed. And of course, I mean, look, Arkansas is, a great team to go pick. Yeah, they're a 10 seed that shouldn't be a 10 seed.
Right. Yeah.
They're only a 10 seed because they had a bunch of injuries early on in the season, and now they've gotten at least one of those guys back.
Right.
And now the question is he healthy enough to continue on? Because he did kind of limp off the court right before the end of the Auburn game. So, but I'll tell you this: I'm not picking Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah. And to be different, I will go Mizzou. I have this feeling that Brad's not going to pick them.
Pick Mizzou?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have picked Mizzou.
Yeah, they're a tiger, and Brad doesn't like tigers.
No, I just honestly, you said there quietly, and I just didn't. I really haven't.
You forgot about them too. Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
Yeah, I really
just kind of. You forgot that they existed.
No, I didn't forget they existed, but did I really think about them winning the tournament?
Nope,
no,
you didn't.
Not really. No,
you didn't. Nope.
You
know who went to Mizzou?
There's
a lot of people that went to Mizzou, but
Tony the Tiger.
No, that guy's an orange tiger. They have yellow tigers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. No. Brad Pitt attended Mizzou.
Oh, really?
Okay. Didn't know that.
I
No.
don't think he graduated though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom
You
Hart.
know.
Tom Hart. He's in Mizzou.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
did graduate.
I want to pick. Guys, I want to pick Kentucky, but I
You
don't
do.
think I'm going to.
Okay.
I don't think I'm.
You
going
know who I went against. I went against my school too. I went against
Yeah.
Auburn. Yeah. That's right.
I mean, I want to pick Kentucky, but I just don't think. I think the A&M game might get them. We already beat them once this year, and A&M's playing really well. I honestly think it's going to come down to Alabama and A&M in the
Watch
SEC,
Mississippi State do it.
which is 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm going to be different. Y'all pick Texas A&M, Missouri. I'm going to pick Alabama. That's what I'm going to do.
What? I can't believe you're not picking Kentucky. You're not gonna go with the big blue. Come on, man. That's not even like you.
Yeah,
No
I know,
big blue.
man. I
No
know.
big
I
blue.
know.
Okay.
I'm going to pick Alabama, I think.
Lag and Brad went with the number 1 seed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got to go. Bama's been rough shot through it.
We'll just call him Bama
A&M.
Brad. Bama Brad.
I got to go with
He's got
Bama
the bear.
on
He's
this
got
one.
the bear connection.
All right, so now we're going to the AAC, and I'm just going to sum it up. I'm going Houston. I can't pick against them. You got Memphis in there, but I'm going Houston in the AAC.
I'm gonna go Houston.
The American.
I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep my normal rant to a minimum. Houston.
Welcome to Planet Houston.
I just theirs to lose in the AAC. So
Take me to this Houston.
So we'll sum that one up pretty quick, and then we'll move on to the Big Ten. That is the last conference tournament that's played before Selection Sunday. It starts at 3:30 Eastern Time, and it's the last one that's played of the day before the NCAA tournament and the selection. So we're going Big Ten. I think it comes down, and I have not looked at what's going on tonight, to be honest with you. So
I'm looking for you right now.
I know Ohio State beat Iowa early today. Rutgers beat Michigan. I know those two early, but I don't know what's going on tonight.
Penn State beat Illinois. Maryland is up by 9
on Minnesota.
On Minnesota right now. So
All right.
yeah. Ooh, you got it's to me, and it's only a one state choice.
Two teams, one
Two
state.
teams. Two teams.
So either are
One state.
black and gold or you're red and white. Let's go.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
one are you? Red and white or black and
Yeah.
gold?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Do you have a 7'5" guy on your team or what? Or
But
do you go with the team that swept that team?
Yeah. Or are you going to go with Indiana, who beat them twice?
That's what I'm saying. So can they beat them 3 times? See, it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
2. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Man. So
Whee.
I mean, you could go Maryland. Just saying.
You could, but then you might be wrong.
Yeah.
If I had to pick 3 teams out of the Big Ten, I would pick Purdue, Indiana, and Maryland. But we'll see.
I'm gonna go with Indiana. Now Purdue, I believe Purdue probably will get it, but I'm gonna be on record of saying that. But I'm just gonna say that Indiana got a chance to really win it. So I'm going with Indiana.
They do for a change. I'll be honest with you. Indiana's been a while since they really had a chance to win the tournament. It feels like so.
No doubt.
But I think they do.
I'm gonna go with Indiana, man. I already know what Brad's gonna go with. He's not gonna go with Indiana. He's gonna go with Purdue Boilermakers.
Are they? Come on, you really think they're going to get them 3 times?
Yes, I do. Being honest, I do. I do. I do.
I mean, that'd be like if Kentucky matches up with Tennessee. It's tough to beat a team 3 times. You know it is.
It is. It is. And the more you talk about it, the more I start to think. I'm a flop. I'm gonna be like my guy Lee Corso. I'm a switch. I'm gonna go with the Purdue Boilermakers.
All right.
Like I just put the head on. Take this head off. Give me that.
Purdue Boilermakers. I think that's who I'm going with too in the Big Ten is Purdue, and that's the obvious choice, and I know, but if I just don't feel like Indiana can beat them 3 times. Surely they can't beat them 3 times if they match up. And the other team that I considered was Maryland. I did consider Maryland. I think they would have a shot, but I think I'm going to go Purdue.
Not so fast.
Uh-oh.
Indiana gets them 3 times.
All right.
They just got their number. That's it. That's what's going to happen. They just got their number.
Going with the darn Hoosiers.
That's right. Hey, I just want to let you know that the basketball goal is 10 feet high. The court is 93 feet long.
All right, that concludes conference tournament picks. That goes all the way to Selection Sunday, and we're going to have a special on Selection Sunday. I'll get to that in just a few minutes, but we're going to try to throw in a few baseball series quickly and do some quick picks on that. And John has those baseball picks and the series that we're going to pick.
All right, we're going to start off with the Campbell Camels versus App State. The Campbell Camels versus App State, and Campbell has cracked the top 25. They are now 24. I believe D1 also finally ranked them as well. There are about 50,000 different rankings. I don't know which one ESPN.com actually uses, but there's about 50 different baseball rankings, and none of them really matter until you get to conference play later, like closer to the end of conference play. So, Camels versus App State.
I'll go against the team that's ranked. I'll go App State in the series.
App State.
Campbell. I'm going to go Campbell.
Campbell. Yeah, definitely going Campbell on this one. Yes. Next one, number 5, Wake Forest at unranked Duke. Duke's been pretty good in years past. They have had pretty solid teams.
I'm still, even though it's at Duke, I'm going to go Wake at least to win the series.
I'm going to go Duke. I'm going to go Duke with this one.
Ah, I see. Yeah. So we got, I'm just going to say, hold on. Brad here. Jason here. You said Brad and Jason. So sorry. That is. Sorry, no, we're just gonna go Brad. Sorry, I'm
keeping score.
Up. Yep, I am.
He's just keeping score. Is what he's doing.
Yep. La Tech at Arkansas.
I would
Arkansas's
love-
had a lot
Arkansas.
of pitching injuries.
Yeah, they have. Arkansas's had some struggles. I think I'm going to go La Tech in the series.
You're going La Tech in the series.
I'm
Wow.
gonna go,
I think I am.
yeah, I'm gonna go Arkansas for the series. Arkansas for the series.
Their pitching's not been good.
Nope. But I'm still going to go Arkansas for the series here. So, there we go. Next one. It's our only ranked unranked matchup. Number 17, Virginia versus or at number 14, UNC.
I can go and say go Tar Heels. Tar Heels.
Okay, then I'm going to take Virginia in the series.
You're going,
We'll just go different.
yep. And I am actually going to go Virginia as well. While they double dribbled, they still are pretty good at baseball. So, number 16, UCLA at unranked Oregon.
Oregon's usually pretty decent in baseball.
They're okay. Yeah.
Decent.
We're gonna go. You said UCLA, right? UCLA against
Uh-huh.
Oregon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go UCLA.
Okay.
I'm gonna go UCLA.
I think I'll take UCLA. I'll just do it. I'll take UCLA in the sweep. How about that? Instead of picking the series, I'll pick the sweep.
This is actually the one that I was going to pick the sweep as well. I'm going UCLA in the sweep.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Lipscomb at Mississippi State. Now, Lipscomb is pretty decent ball club. Mississippi State has been struggling, but but Lipscomb is a pretty decent ball club.
Aren't they the ones that beat Notre Dame in the Open Series?
They
Lipscomb?
did. They beat Notre Dame in the opening series. And then they did get. I think they got swept by Auburn this past weekend.
Yeah.
But they did put up a giant fight.
They did. Yeah, they had a bunch of
They
runs.
did.
and
They put
stuff,
up a
especially
fight.
Sunday.
Put up a fight. So they are a pretty good hitting ball club, and they actually have a pretty decent pitching
I
staff.
still got to go Mississippi State, in the series.
UCLA. You still UCLA? No, we switched.
We did. We've moved on from that one.
Mississippi State or Lipscomb?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I thought that one. I'm gonna go Lipscomb. I'm not necessarily gonna do Mississippi State. I'm just gonna go Lipscomb.
All right.
To win the series.
And you got Brad. You got Mississippi State.
Yeah.
I'm going Mississippi State as well, and I would like to win the series. Yep. All right, Oklahoma at Houston.
I still got to go Oklahoma, at least in the series, and they might sweep actually, but I'll go Oklahoma in the series.
I'm gonna go OU as well.
Yep. And I will make that a trifecta. Oklahoma wins the series. Last one, Mercer at Baylor.
I'm going Baylor.
Yeah, I would think I'd have to go Baylor, at least in the series. They might sweep. Let's go sweep. Let's go Baylor sweep.
I'm going Mercer.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And
I don't know much about them. So.
That concludes our baseball pick'ems
picks.
here. Yep.
All right. I'm going to go to our prize picks and talk about our prize picks real quick. So we are sponsored by Prize Picks, and you can initial deposit. You can double your money, 100% up to $100. You just use our code CSCast.
Yes.
Put that in and CSCast, and you can double your money up to $100. So if you put in $50, you get 100. If you put in $100, you get 200. And it also helps us out. It's a daily fantasy sports, and you can go on there and play. You pick your players and your teams. College basketball, you can do MLB, you can do NBA, NFL when it's on. There's over 30 sports that you can choose from and have a little daily fun. Bet as low as $5 on any of the picks. And again, use our code CSCast for your initial deposit to double your money.
No doubt. No doubt.
I've been saying for a while that I wanted to do it, but I haven't yet. But I
I've
want
been saying
to.
the same thing. I need to make me a pick
Yeah.
too. Double my money as well.
Yep. And the last thing I'll get to, kind of a few things that we talk about, is our 2023 nonprofit organization. If you're looking for a place to help some people out, we ask that you give to Home for Our Troops. Home for Our Troops is an organization that's been around for 20 plus years, and they rebuild lives by building homes for injured vets, injured, wounded vets. And they will do that anywhere in the country. So if you're from Mississippi and you want to move to Oregon, they will move and build you a house in Oregon for these veterans. And for every dollar that you give, 90 cents of that dollar goes towards building these homes for the injured vets. So we ask here at College Sportscast that you give to Home for Our Troops, and you can do that at www.fotusa.org.
Good deal. Good deal.
All right, guys. Closing thoughts here. For me, Sunday is Selection Sunday. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I can remember ever since I was a little boy sitting down with my little pad. I used to jot all this down in front of the TV, and I was like writing. This was before all this internet stuff, and you could just see it immediately and all that. This was way before all that. Like
Brad saying he's really old.
Yeah, this is way before all that. I used to jot all this down. This is one of my days of the year. Selection Sunday. We're going to have a special Selection Sunday. So I can't wait for the next few days. There are 18 conferences that we went through to pick that are going to crown their champions. And then we are going to get the 68 teams now that are going to make the field for NCAA tournament. And then we'll get the NIT after that.
Likewise, man. We're winding down, coming up with this closing the season, basketball season. Ushering right into baseball season. But I look forward to all the tournaments are gonna be the NIT, the NCAA, even the women's as well, man. I'm gonna be keeping up with Ole Miss women's. They're having a great year. Coach Yo down there doing a phenomenal job. I want to see if the Gamecocks going to be at a repeat, stay undefeated. Also, I
think Caitlin Clark in Iowa might have something to say about that.
Hey, you might. Hey, that's why we play the game. So I definitely want to. I want to see who will be in the Final Four this year. That's going to be intriguing.
I'm interested. We'll talk about the women's side too, especially when it gets down to like Elite Eight, Final Four. We'll talk about that some too.
And I want to see what men's teams catch lightning in the bottle. So that's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. Can't wait.
Yep. John, you have anything? I know you got conference tournament or conference play. I mean, starting not this weekend, but next weekend, I think in baseball for
Right.
SEC.
So there's some ACC that has started this week, but for just about the rest of the country, it starts next week with conference play, and uh, the SEC they definitely start next week, and it's going to be one heck of a time because you got these top 25 teams that are in the SEC, and it's going to be awesome.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yep. I agree with you. So I told y'all we have a little something coming up. So we do have a special show for you guys. I had it up there and it went off. It just popped up and popped right off for a second. So now I'm trying to get it to come back up. We do have a special show for you guys on Sunday. Catch us, College Sportscast, 3 o'clock Central Time on Sunday. We're going to have Steve Heigl here with us. Steve runs justcollegefootball.net and justcollegebasketball.net. He is a John Wooden Award voter, as well as one of the other National College Basketball Award that is given out. I know he does at least 2 of them. So he gets to vote for the National Player of the Year. And he has been on with us a couple of times already. And we're going to have a NCAA tournament pre-selection Sunday show, just a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours before selection Sunday and before the brackets come out. We'll actually be on when the AAC final is being played and the Big Ten final is being played. So we will get to talk about those as they are, as they're being played. So we'll have a little fun with that, especially if Indiana and Purdue are right there, in this game, and we got our picks already in. So, you know what I mean? So we'll have a little fun with that one, especially. It could possibly be some fun with that one on the air. Yeah. And then, with Steve, we'll go through possible, bracketology and who we think, the last few teams are going to be to get in and that kind of stuff. So we'll break it down for you here on College Sportscast and see what we think the field in the brackets might actually look like.
Good deal. Good deal.
All right, so that's where we're going to leave it for tonight. We appreciate you guys being with us for our game day pick'ems and all the conference tournaments that we picked and some baseball series that we went through at the end. And again, go to Prize Picks, double your money, CS Cast. And we will see you on Sunday for our NCAA tournament pre-selection show with Steve Heigl.
All right, man.
Y'all have a good night.
Y'all have a good night.